Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. So just some quick things before we start. So I'm probably gonna have to get up to go get the food. Oh, that we ordered, and then someone's supposed to be like visiting briefly, like around 3:30 my time. So I'll also have to like stop for that. So just letting you guys know before, you know, anything starts. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so today, guys, we are collaborating with... Hold on, let me actually bring it up. Okay. No? Is that not the name? Oh, there it is. Okie dokie. Now that I've found them. Embarrassing. Okay, so as I was saying, before I did a oopsie, today we are collaborating with Mushroom Mallow, the creator of Death and Phaeology. We are playing it for the... Which fest was it? Sorry. There's so many fests going on for like visual novels and stuff. Let me take a look real quick. Hold on. I swear, guys, I'm utterly professional. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, so I figured out the one that the fest that I'm supposed to be doing it for, which is the Hungry Ghost event. It's running from the 6th to the 13th. Ugh. So yeah. If you guys are, well, yeah. If you guys, you know, like what you see with the game, once I start playing it, make sure you know to wishlist it on Steam. And also keep an eye out for the demo of their new game coming out. Okami Okami. It'll be the 12th, I believe. I think they made a post about it. Oh, never mind. It's the 24th. So wait, what was coming out on the 12th then? Oh my god, I can't remember what's coming out on the 12th. It's another visual novel demo? Yeah. Oh, Broken Fate is the one that's coming out on the 12th. So yeah. Now that I've, you know, done my little intro, why don't we get started? As you know, whenever I make my name, it's always gotta be petty. Alright. Also, in like 15 minutes, I'm gonna have to like pause so I can get my food. Alright. Grading first year assignments can be such an exercise in patience. Patience? I was not gonna say patience. I ought to remind myself that phaeology is a relatively recent science, only a couple of decades old. This university, the only phaeology university in the whole country, was just finished being built in 1905. So it's the current year. It is still barely acknowledged in the academic field. More importantly, sorry for the noise, sorry. More importantly, I've got to keep in mind that children inherit their parents' prejudices and misconceptions, which is true. It's so very true. Like, I always find it interesting that, like, when some people... funny how I was literally just talking about, Mushroom Mallow. And they just sent me an email saying, hey, Okami's coming out on the 24th. I love that. I love that. As I was saying before I sidetrack myself as I usually do, it's always interesting to see like people like realize that like, yo, I only have like these kinds of like views on things because of like my family and how I grew up basically. It always like makes me feel like happy when like they do come to realize it and like make an effort to change, because it's like, you know, you actually show that you care. Does the mic sound better? Am I insane? No, you're not insane. Listen. I think I explained it yesterday, but basically I too found out that I had my mic backwards. And yesterday when I did an official stream, I was like, do I sound better, guys, now that I have my mic facing me, facing the front? And the people who were there were like, yeah. I was like, god damn it. So yeah, that was the unfortunate part. Pull the Chibidoki. No, I think it's because of Chibidoki that a lot of us realized, oh, our mic is backwards. So yeah, guys, I sound great now, don't I? I sound exquisite, yeah? Okay, maybe I'm going too far with that, but... But yeah, now I'm glad that, you know, you can still hear me even though I speak so softly. Oh yeah, I read this. The human world has formed its own notion of fairies. Alas, I find myself unable to suppress a big sigh every time I read references to poison apples ushering princesses into eternal sleep. A reference to the Cottingley fairies is one I can understand since it was quite the sensation not too long ago. Although it would be clear in the eyes of renowned phaeologists that the photographs are mere imitations. A pity that Sir Doyle was taken in by it. I ought to take a break. The grading session today has taken me quite a tangent. My beloved Oz. Sorry if I got too close, I was trying to fix my sock. I suppose having a fairy companion does give one an advantage in identifying genuine fairies. I'd say a break is in order, wouldn't you, Oz? Oz responds to trills that I've learned to interpret over the decades I've known them. The Cottingley fairies again? Yes, and Princess's eternal slumber due to poison apples. You don't care much for human princesses. But making poison apples is rather an easy feat. Shall I turn one of them into a toad in front of the whole class to show that the Fae folk is capable of more than that? At the same time, showing them that not all fairies are a friendly bunch? I can't help but chuckle at the thought of that. I believe some might just quit that same day if you do that. Besides, if the other phaeologists get a hold of your existence, who knows what they'll do to you. Chances are high those people will try to pin you to a corkboard and vivisect you. I would never let that happen. I've always appreciated you pursuing biology to ensure that. This is the least I could do. We've known each other since I was 7. You've saved me countless times since then. Well, you could have let me bleed to death when you found me. I would never. I can hear a delightful melody of chirps laced with a touch of whimsy, which makes me feel just a tad fizzy. It seems that the laugh of a fairy possesses some magical quality. While you're on a break, isn't there something else on your agenda this afternoon? Right. Mr. Henkel's letter. I want to check my mic manual just in case. Hold on 1 sec. Sorry, food arrived, but now I have food. I don't have to starve. Don't know if I read it, but I'll just read it again. I have to check my mic manual just in case. What, you think yours might have been backwards this whole time? Food sounds good. I should get some too. You should. Food is always good. Right. Mr. Henkel's letter. Thanks for reminding me. I retrieved the letter from my patron from a desk drawer. I lean back on my chair and read the missive aloud to myself. Dear Petty, how long are you going to keep me in suspense? Will you or will you not accompany me to this year's Scala? You could do a lot worse than forgetting your boring books for a moment in favor of whittling away an evening with champagne and canapes and invigorating company. No, mine can't be backwards, but I wanted to be sure. Yeah, doesn't hurt to double check. And when I say invigorating, I'm not speaking of those old sods with deep pockets, ready to be exploited by way of funding grants for your research. I'm speaking, of course, of yours truly. Do write to me sometime before Saturday. That's tomorrow's date, isn't it? Oh, I know. My delay in responding is entirely by design, I assure you. I'd hate to be getting the looks from the crowd like I'm a wet blanket. Physiology isn't worth my dough, they'd say. Alice's replying chirp is decidedly indignant. Indignant? Yeah, indignant. For some reason, I don't know why, but I felt like I was saying it wrong. I nod to Oz in agreement before returning to Mr. Henkel's letter. In other news, I've heard that little Ruthie Blythe caused a minor ruckus in the city's hottest speakeasy. If your old friend Detective Kraus? Think so. Hadn't been in the area at the time as well, who knows what could have happened. I find myself rather perturbed at this revelation. I would have telephoned Ruthie and asked what the story was, like when we were children. However, for better or for worse, we aren't on friendly terms anymore. I resume reading my patron's letter. Oh my god, you got 3 pages! Keep on collecting. Story never ends. Speaking of the detective, have the two of you been keeping in contact? He gave me the cold shoulder when I crossed paths with him at last week's benefit. I couldn't help assuming that his persistently frosty treatment of me might have had something to do with you. It's unfortunate that the extensive bonds you have with him should end in a rather bitter taste. As you've told me more than once, when it was good, there was nothing else quite like it. Yet you speak very little of him now, and I find myself wondering if he still holds a place in that guarded heart of yours. The letter is signed, yours everlasting, Oscar Henkel. Well, I've kept Mr. Henkel waiting long enough. I press a pen to a fresh sheet of paper to commence crafting a response. Alright, let me eat some of my food. Oh, it's very good. It's very, very good. Yeah, it's very tasty. Sorry. But yeah, to anybody who's new here, I always eat on stream. Well, I should say more like 95% of the time, because there are some rare streams where I don't eat anything on stream. They're rare, but they happen. Come in, Minnie. My assistant enters the office. She's careful to snap the door shut behind her. What is going on with my screen? Yes, Minnie. What did you get? Any inspiration? I got sushi. If you want to know what specifically, I got spicy tuna rolls. I'm not gonna lie though. It's not hitting all that well. That's right, you know me. Sometimes I wonder what she must have thought while hearing the mumbling sounds of me speaking with Oz. But she knows when not to poke her nose into things. One of the things I like about her, and also what makes her the bee's knees when it comes to being an assistant. The bee's knees. I really wish I didn't have to read that. That's so old school. You're really the bee's knees. I mean, I get that's the point. Considering this is like set in like the 1800s. No, the 1900s. What am I saying? It'd be the 18th century, but the 1900s. You see, this is why I was never good at history. He's the bee. Who? Police detective? Even as I echo those, these two words. There we go. These two words. There's a sinking feeling in my stomach. Oh yeah, now that my mic is working a little bit more, maybe I should like change some of my settings. Okay, what if I like turn this off? Alright, now that I've got everything back on. Wait a minute. Oh. Wait, is this better or worse? Guys, did I fuck up my mic settings? Did I fuck it up? Do I sound worse than I usually do? That's worse? Okay, well, cause like, I'm trying to like, um, put the noise gate back on. Because, like, there are just certain things I don't want heard. Like me sniffling or me opening stuff. Do a sound crunchy. You know what? Maybe I could just go and hear it for myself. That is a thing I can do. Um, can I hear myself? That's what that sounds like. You know what if I turn this off? Did you look into RTX voice? Generally beats noise gates. I have not. Oh god. Turn it off. Turn me off. Let me see. What even is that? I've literally never heard of it. I'm not gonna lie. So wait. I have a question. Wait, where's the who's the what the uh oh wait. I got this. I got this. Um, I think. I might have answers. Oh, I'm just like wondering, do you have to have like NVIDIA in order to use RTX voice? Detective Theodore Kraus. Knowing Theo is here makes my world go momentarily off kilt. As if. No, wait. It's as if, by the magic of the fairy tales, I'm malign. Malign? The ink in my patron's letter has manifested him into the reception area. Can't you tell him I'm out delivering a lecture on the far side of campus or something? An astute question. She is truly wise beyond her years. Oh yeah, though AMD has its own equivalent. Well, I have an AMD, so if you know what that is, by all means, let me know. I'm not rich enough for NVIDIA. I barely scraped together money to get this AMD. Alright, let him in. He drops a box on my desk right off the bat. What is this? Why is he in my office? Well, well. Look who the cat dragged in. Not even a how do you do? There was no one to say goodbye to. AMD noise suppression should be part of the adrenaline software, but that depends on which card you have. That's a great question. Oh. Hold up. Let me see if I could, like, find it. Are you talking, like, about, like, the graphics card? Right? Because if that's it, it says I have the Radeon RX 7600. Didn't you find out I left only a few days later? There's a tinge of hurt in his voice that I'm only able to pick up because we lived together for several months. As my mouth struggles to catch the words hanging in the air, I feel the piercing icy silence creeping in. Oof, sorry. Trying to fix my position in my chair. About to break the silence before I freeze. What's in the box? Let's let a deep sigh that sounds... Nope, that rather sounds like relief. That handkerchief was a gift for you. See the corners of his mouth twitch. He's lying. What should I do with this information? Alright guys, we get to make a choice. Should we pick... Should we just check, or should we make a face? Okay. Hmm. Well, we do know he's lying, so we don't have to, like, check for ourselves. The 7.6 should work. Okay. Well, just tell me what to do. I don't believe you. I declare my disbelief while crossing my arms. He stares at me impassively, then scantly shrugs in acquiescence. What? Bro, you can't just... What the fuck? I was like, oh, you left? Alright, I'm gonna just throw all your shit out. Like, question mark? Like, not even like a, hey, I'm gonna throw your shit out? You just... Okay, whatever. Fuck you too, I guess. Oh. Never mind. What's this? What's this? There's something in the Discord. Mushroom. Okay. Do I even have it? I don't even know if I if I have the do I? I don't think I do. Oh, I see. Sorry. I'm getting old. Easier than explaining things in Twitch chat. No, that's for sure. Let me see. I want to sound nice and crispy. Wait. Wait. Crispy is not usually a good thing. Alright. Well, it does that. Let's get back to the game. If it's not installed, it's a good idea to install it. Best to do so after stream though. Any driver isn't related. Well, I can't wait to break OBS. It's okay. We live on the edge. Ollie, we live on the edge. He says with a subtle squint in his left eye, another lying televiz. I can't help but sigh at his antics. Of course you did. Oh gosh darn it. I left my water. Hold on 1 second.